In the last days of President Obama's first term, he took 23 steps using his executive power. Some of these steps, 3 approximately, were so-called executive orders. They were cries of tyranny, cries that he was acting like a king, cries that there should be impeachment. But a review of what the president actually did showed these accusations were embellished, over-dramatized, and false. He nominated a director for the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. This requires Senate confirmation, not the conduct of a king. He removed some bureaucratic obstacles in the way of more complete background checks, already authorized by legislation. He authorized more research and dialogue on the issues of mental health. We must look to history, really, not to current events, to understand the American constitutional heritage and what the Constitution says about an executive order under the Constitution. In 1952, President Truman seized steel mills in Ohio. He wanted to prevent a labor strike from stopping war production during the Korean hostilities. The Supreme Court said no. The President needed legitimate power, and that comes from either federal statutes or his own inherent power as Commander-in-Chief. Seizure required lawmaking, and the President is not a lawmaker. Some other opinions in this case took a more sophisticated approach, but they all added up to one basic ruling. The President has no power as Commander-in-Chief or as Chief Executive to seize property far away from a theater of war. President Obama and his successors would face the same basic fundamental constitutional limit. And truth be known, the President has not attempted any such dramatic action, not regarding guns and not regarding anything else. Now, in the coming months, you're going to see a debate about gun safety, but that will focus on congressional legislation, magazine clips, assault weapons, loopholes for private gun sales, mental health services, mental health strategies, spending for increased school security. On these issues, according to our Constitution, the President can do very little alone.